corporate. Hey. Package like they don't even know what they're doing. Unacceptable. I'm mad. It happens every time. It happens each and every time. And I make them get serviced. Jeepers creepers. I'm angry. So let me tell you hi. Oh, hi. So today, I'm going to be answering all of my questions from my Patreon.
Click the link down below to follow my Patreon for mukbangs and drama not allowed on YouTube. Must be age 18 or older. Link below.
I had them ask me questions which I'll be answering today. So if you want to join, link down below. You guys, look at the bag. Look at the bag. Can you see that splattered sauce? I love Zaxby's. Listen, this is called Zaxby's. Delicious. But the way they package it is nightmarish. It's just the worst of the worst because everything slips and slides. Hear that? Slips and slides. And they package them like this. Like, look, they slide. They're unstable. They're too slippery. These styrofoam containers. They're just like slip, 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 and they like to tower it up to the top of the bag. And one little turn in the car, and the whole thing's, not only do they tip over because they're so unstable, but the lid's open. They're very easy to open. Look, they just, like, I know they're supposed to clip in like this. That's clipped in, but look, with my finger, I don't even have to do anything other than, I'm trying to make a point. So there's sauce all over my bag. These slippery, slimy things. Kadooks, kadooks. It makes me very upset. Look at this. I hope this bag is clean. I hope it's fresh plastic where I don't have to wash this chicken. So I got, and I wish they would put the sauces away from the chicken because the sauces get condensation and they're wet. Like, these are dripping wet. I mean, hey, they're dripping wet. They're dripping wet, these sauces. Maybe some people, where's my celery? I asked for celery, I got no celery. Did they charge me for celery? I asked for, there's my cheese bites, my 2 french fries. Where's my celery? There's just no celery. No celery. No celery. Not like I would eat it, but I want my celery. Man, I'm upset. Oh, do you want to see a cheese pull? Yes, yes, yes. Dress to impress, press. That's what I say. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. And go like this. And go like this. Oh, get out of here. Thank you very much. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Go like this. You know, I'm mad. I'm so upset. Let's do one more cheese pull while it's still hot and steamy. Hot and steamy. Oh, so good though. Culver's can't even compete. Culver's. I don't even know why I go there. Let's not even talk about Culver's. Let's talk about how much better Zaxby's is for everything. Alright, let me get this all set up and then we're gonna start answering questions. This is gonna be a nice long video. Nice and dramatic because I'm angry, but also this is for my patrons, but also for everyone else on YouTube because these are questions you all want to know. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, bam! Yay! We're back home, shoo-doo, we're home. Hello, we're back home. Hey, shoo-doo, we're home. Hello, and this is Hot and Steamy. Cause we're eating. That's not what I ordered. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. First things first. We got the teriyaki that spilled in the car because of bad packaging. Wow. Wow. Night and day. Night and day. Wow. That Zax sauce in the front. Oh, these french fries are scrumptious. And then ranch in the front and the back. Okay, now we have two different types of spices. One of them was called flamethrower. Or no, tongue torch. That's what's called, tongue torch. The flamethrower is the name of the spicy burger from Dairy Queen, which I really miss. Which I gotta go have again. One of them is this tongue torch, which is spicy. The other one's called the Wimpy, which is me. So let's see which one. I feel like this is the tongue thrower. Excuse me, the tongue torch.
Click the link down below to follow my Cameo, where I will make a special video just for you. We can also message each other too. Link below.
Let's find out. Now that's wimpy, but that's nice. And then here must be the spicy. They're not that spicy, that's the first thing I had. Okay, to get really, you know why I just did spicy noodles the other day? Ever since the Ghost Pepper Challenge on my main channel, check it out. I can take anything. That nearly sent me to the hospital. Okay. Okay, so we have a couple hundred questions, so it's going to take a while to get to all of them, but I want to give everybody the time of the day to answer the question. I'm going to try to make it short per question so we can get to more questions, unless I get stuck on a tangent, which happens sometimes. But it's not planned. Let's do a little Zaxby's ketchup. Let's try just like this. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna go in order. Is this the first comment? This is. Okay, I'm gonna answer every single person. Here we go. Tell me the brand of your saffron, please. Hi. I don't know because it's in Spanish. Orlin gets it at a Mexican place. It's not actual saffron. I say the word saffron because in Colombia they called it el saffron or something. But it's really just like food powder. They use it lots in like ethnic rices, soups, stews. What's your favorite thing to do for fun? Okay, well, I have a lot of favorite things. I like to listen to music. I like to be outdoors. Not too much in the sun though, but fresh air. There's other things I like to do which they're not appropriate to say on YouTube. That's a fact. And part of me kind of likes to clean if I don't have a lot to do. Cleaning's therapeutic for me. Okay, next question. What's one place you would love to travel and try some food that you've never had before? I would love to go to South Korea because, well, let me take that back. I would love to go to Taiwan. I'm very impressed with the things I see and read and hear about Taiwan and Taiwanese people. And they have gay marriage. So I feel like, I mean, yes, there's discrimination everywhere, but it's nice going someplace where I'm not seen as, you know, not, let alone from off with his head, which happens in half the world, but then the other half that's like, well, it's gross, it's illegal, or you don't have any rights, you know, so that feels really special to me, especially being in an Asian country. That's the first one. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what Taiwanese food is. So I would love to go there with Orlin, or without him, just to go cheat on him. That'll be fun. I'm joking. Or am I? No, I'm joking. In all seriousness, I would love to go there with Orlin and try the food. Use that as an opportunity to learn something. Please don't take it the wrong way if your government has it banned, but you think it, you know, it's nothing personal, but I think that's very special, and that, you know, it gets a little priority for me. Plus, I don't know anything about their food. I know a lot about the social movements, but it's special. It's the first one, so. If you and Orland had a day out in the car, where would you go? We would go, well, where would we go? I don't even know. The weather is getting a lot nicer now, but it's still hot. Like today, it's like 85. I don't like to be outside if it's in the 80s, period. 80 is my cutoff. This next question I will answer for my Patreon version because it's very inappropriate. Same with the next one. Here's one. Do you talk with your neighbors about the mukbangs and how noisy it gets? 2 of them know. And one of them's not even directly touching us, but they know. Oh, here's a good question. What happened to the Coarse water bottle? Nothing happened, but they pulled out of basically every mukbang channel, or they're waiting for everyone's contracts to end. I think they're trying to do something new. They just changed their facility. They said they were like moving, because all their website still says Florida, but I think they're moving up north, because that's what they told me. Nothing personal. I might be back with them, but they don't want the sponsored product placement anymore. For me, for Beloveds, for lots of different channels that I'm aware of. And they're waiting for the other ones that still have it. I think they're ending too, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know everyone's business, but everyone has different contracts that are like 2 or 3 or 4 months long. So we're all kind of tapering off. So they're trying a different avenue, I think. Excuse me, with advertisement. Okay, you're having a dinner party. Only 4 people dead or alive. Who would they be and why? That's a hard question. Would you ever have Jamaican food? I'm sorry, I can't answer that. There's no way I could pick 4 and like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I've never had Jamaican food. Ever. That's something else I would like to learn. When will you open a P.O. box? Hi, I know I kept saying I was going to do a P.O. box. I really need to do a P.O. box. I really need to. I've been here for basically 1 year now. It's time. We're nice and settled. It's time to do one. Thank you for the reminder. Walmart carries bottles of Taco Bell Chipotle sauce. What? Walmart carries bottles of Chipotle. I need to look into that. Thank you for telling me. Wawa or 7-Eleven? Neither. I like Sheets. I like Sheets. Publix makes some great subs. I only had it twice in my life, but they were so good. But I like Sheets because, you know, that's what they have in Pennsylvania. They don't have Sheets here. 7-Eleven, I think, is the worst. For like food. They have nice snacks, chips and dips. I love those videos I do, ramen. But for like pizza, barf. Sandwiches, they don't have made-to-order sandwiches, you know. I literally watch your videos every night. I'm currently watching one right now. Thank you. And they want to know, my question is, which cuisine would you say is your favorite? Oh God. I used to say Italian food, but I can't say that anymore because I've such a bad, notice there's no marinara sauce. They gave it to me, it's right here. Over the years, it's gotten worse and worse. The marinara sauce, whether it's mozzarella sticks, pizza, chicken parmesan. I did a video from like a local mom and pop Italian restaurant. Their chicken parmesan was amazing. Their fettuccine alfredo was amazing. Their white pizza was good. Their calzone, oh, it was so good. It was so good. But me and Orland suffered for 2 days after that meal. I mean, it's real for us, this whole tomato sauce ordeal we're dealing with. It was like that when I was vegan too, so it's not just like my body's different no, it's like I just can't. It's just not worth it. It was amazing. I'll probably do it again, but I can't do it often because it really hurts. So nowadays I would say probably Korean food. The best meat I've ever, which I don't do, the thing is you have to do it in the restaurant. I can't film in the restaurant. It's called Korean barbecue. Oh my God, it's the best meat I've ever had in my entire life. Sorry, Zaxby's. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Amazing, just wow. And they have noodles, which I love. Tteokbokki rice cakes, which I love. Spicy fried chicken, KFC. Korean fried chicken, which I love. Kimbap, which is sushi, great. Dumplings, mandu, pot stickers, love. I mean, Korean food has a special place in my heart now. I never did until I started mukbangs. Yeah. That's my favorite cuisine, I think. Hi Nick, I hope you're feeling better. Thank you. If you can open up your own fast food restaurant, what would it be? It would be ramen, instant ramen to go, and all these little cups with different, 1, 2, 3, cheap, affordable, fast, lots of different flavors. Unhealthy. I would make some healthier ramen, like instead of the deep fried, higher calorie. Well, rice noodles are still calorific, but rice noodles, which kind of disintegrate in the water. But I would have different options: vegetarian, vegan. Sorry, keto. Ketos, it won't work. Paleos, well, I know some people who eat that way who still say rice is a cheat meal because it's neutral. I would have different options. What are the positive sides about being a social media star? What are some things that no one ever talks about that's positive? So they said besides the fame, the money, the attention, the admiration. Well, that covers the main positives. Fame, well, sometimes I don't like the fame. Money's not always a given, but yeah, people make money. The attention, I love the attention. And admiration, yeah. What's another positive from this? That literally covers all 4 corners of the box. Right? I could go on and on about, bringing attention to good causes or making people happy, but those are all part of attention, admiration. That really is. I can't think of anything else. Everything in my head right now is negative. The things I don't like about this job. Everything I have in my head is negative right now, if I'm being honest. So you covered all the bases of the good parts. What's your favorite thing about yourself? I would say I've narrowed it down to 2. Can I tell you 2? One would be I have a drive to do the best I can. The best I can. My work ethic. Pumping it out. Rain or shine. Get up. Pick yourself back up. Someone cancels you. Say you're sorry. Move on. Don't let things get to you. Don't read the hick. Well, I do let things get to you. But just keep on going. I'm chugging and chugging. That's that drive. I have a drive that is unstoppable. I mean, people have tried to stop me. My husband's tried to stop me. My body's tried to stop me, saying, I can't breathe. Your double chin's out of control. I still go. I have a drive, and, you know, it can be negative sometimes. Where, you know, sometimes you need to be like, no, okay. Let's let it go. But there's been so many times in my life where I never let go, where people thought I should have let go. Or even the devil's advocate in my head had said, Nick, you know. And then I conquered it because I didn't give up. And then boom, I was so close to the finish line I didn't even realize. So many things in my life have been, so that drive. The other thing I like about myself, which is kind of similar, but it's not the same. Because there's people who don't have a drive, but they have this. I have an inquisitory mind. I like to ask a lot of questions. I get this from my parents. I ask a lot of questions. I like to know what I'm doing. It's kind of like, yeah, kind of with the mukbangs, but still off camera too. And just like, I like to ask questions. I like to learn. I'm curious. I like to educate myself. I like to plan. I like to strategize. I like to articulate. I like to look at analysis. I like to really, I don't know how to explain all this type of stuff. It's like a questioning mind. I question. I'm a seeker of truth. I have a drive and seeker of truth, both. And I think that's why I'm here today with my YouTube channel, all these years later, with all the drama and the mistakes and the challenges and the liars and the wonderful friends, the great opportunities, the challenges in my relationship, all this stuff. Because of these two things, I'm still here. You know, there's so many mukbang channels. I was just talking about this a couple days ago. Quit. And obviously, a lot of the challenge with mukbang is the food, the weight gain, the unhealth. You know, look, I'm basically talking now. How much did I eat? You know, like, you don't have to eat that much. But people get bored of it. The people who, not the people watching, people love mukbang, but the people making it, they're like, oh my god, I need something different. So, that's what I would say. Now, if you want the worst things about myself, oh, that's that's a hard decision to pick one. Okay. What percentage of your YouTube videos is acting? I would say 20%. 25. I'm getting fat. I don't know why. I bought this house. I crushed it with my water weight. Jasper and Enrique are getting it on. I mean, it's kind of, I try to make it really obvious. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be a locomotive conductor, a person who drove the trains on the train tracks. An engineer, a train engineer. Yeah, that was definitely something I wanted to do. I also wanted to be I mean, that was very strong for me. For like young years. And then every time I got a new hobby or a new activity, Irish step dancing. I wanted to be an Irish step dancer. Violin. I wanted to be a violinist. You know, those were things too. Have you and Orland ever been to Disney World together? We have never been to Disneyland together or Disney World together. My parents literally were in Orlando, what do they call it? The Harry Potter world? And they laugh every time I talk to them. They're like, you still haven't gone. I'm like, no. No. And I kind of want to. Orland doesn't want to. If you were going to do a mukbang of getting 2 things from your top 5 favorite fast food chains, what would they be? Oh my god. 2 from 5. Okay. Jollibee. To be honest, this chicken is not as hydrating as I'm used to. This chicken is probably the worst I've had from Zaxby's, if I'm being honest. It's getting really dry. Like dog foody. Like we're stepping into the land of like Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Sonic, boneless wing. Ew. It's starting to get gross. I like Zaxby's when it's like so fresh. It's just like burst in your mouth. It feels like it was made just right then. This is getting like bad. This is the worst Zaxby's of chicken I've ever. You know, I would say Zaxby's on the list today. I'm not putting Zaxby's on the list. Jollibee chicken. I would get the spicy chicken. Oh my god, this is so hard. Cheesecake Factory. I would get everything. I can't decide what I would get, but I would say Jollibee, Cheesecake Factory. Sorry to cut off. Jollibee, Cheesecake Factory, Fat Burger. Popeyes. Oh god, one more. I can't think of it, but those two really stand. These four stand out to me. Popeyes, Fat Burger, Jollibee, Cheesecake Factory. What's one more brand? They said fast food or chain. I mean, those four stick out. Picking up a fifth would be very difficult. Okay. When are you coming back to Philly? Eat your way through reading Terminal Market. That would be a great show. I don't know. Excuse me, I was a burp. I don't know. I haven't traveled at all ever since took, the pandemic. I haven't traveled since March, April, May, June, July, September, October. I've been cooped up in this place for 8 months straight. And I'm not doing any collabs until a vaccine comes out. I'm just not. I'm not going to airports or seeing anybody or getting on a plane until this happens because A, I'm overweight and very diseased. I don't know how I would fare with something like that. I don't know how I would do, truly. I'm 300 pounds. Secondly, I'm married to someone who has an autoimmune disease, and yeah, he cheats on his diet and stuff, but that's a lot different than catching a virus and having no strength to fight it off. So, no. It's going to be a long time, unfortunately. What's your favorite classical song? Oh my god, that's so hard. Does it say, like, what's your number one favorite song? Regular song, I don't know. It's so hard. I love different composers for different things. I like Brahms for their quintets and chamber music. There you go. Brahms chamber music is so amazing. It's so intimate. It's so colorful and powerful, and it's so small. You know, it's like 4 or 5 voices together. Good morning, Nick from Australia. I have a few questions. Okay. Where do you get your yummy noodles from? I get them from an Asian store. It's an Oriental shop. They have Vietnamese, Thai, Chinese, Japanese. It just has all Asian things. How has the you-know-what affected America? Pretty bad, actually, to be honest. Have things gone back to normal? No. And I read on here they're not doing so well. I hope you're doing better. Yeah, when you wrote this, I was not doing very good. And am I doing better? A little bit. A little bit. I'm still struggling a little bit. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be? Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. Can I go back to the other person who said, oh, was it all 5 favorite? Was your 5 favorite fast foods? We'll put them all together. What's the weirdest and oddest thing you've ever wanted to do? The weirdest and oddest thing. Mrs. Pickles comes to mind. Do you remember I used to do a character called Miss Pickles? She was a drunk, crazy lady. That was kind of weird. And I did it though. There's nothing that I really want to do that I haven't done. That's crazy. I don't take that many risks actually. Like serious, like crazy risks. What's your spirit animal? Oh god, I don't know. I love Mr. Noodle, but I don't see myself in Noodle. I don't see myself in animals. You know, some people, they see themselves in animals. I guess dogs, but I don't have a dog. I don't know. Was it hard going from one extreme to the other? From vegan to this? No, it was very easy actually. I just had a bite of food, got addicted, and here I am. No, in all seriousness, no, it's not. You're asking the journey between the two. Well, the journey to quit vegan was very hard. It was. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Because it became a way of life. It became a way of life for 5 years. And it was something that I never considered I'd ever go back to, you know, eating animal products. And for literally 2 or 3 weeks, I just had some fish to my plant-based diet, which at the time I was eating lots of lentils and legumes and Colombians. I was in Colombia, so lots of like pan and what do they call it? Not pan de bono, but what's the thing? Arepas, which are like corn pancakes with like vegetables. And I mean, I just added fish to what I was doing. I felt worlds better. I never had to go into this. I did this for fun. I see vegans all the time misconstrue it like, look, he thinks he got healthy by going here. No, I quit being vegan for my health. For my health. And it worked. It worked. I felt it was like a light bulb went off in my head. But then I ventured into this for non-health reasons, and then here I am today. But it was kind of like when you make a decision for the better, and then it kind of like goes a little sour, but that's fine. I asked because I've been very health conscious / vegan / struggling. Yep, those things all go together. Listen, you're very conscious. You want to put the best in your body. You don't want to make harm. I know. I've been there. But you're fantasizing about letting go and trying other things. That's the hardest part. Letting go to the rules. It's like politics. It's like religion. Your religion says you have to do this. If you question it, you're wrong. You have to be a free thinker, you know. That's not good. So... And you know what? If your free thinking leads you to be vegan and you feel good doing it, then stay being vegan. But if you're fantasizing about other stuff, it means something's not right. Something's not stable there. Tell us your favorite viola jokes. Oh my God. Why they all suck. Well, there's the joke. Well, that's not a joke. It's true. Oh. Why is it so... I follow some really good violists. Actually, I can tell you one right now if I go to my... So if you don't know, viola is a different instrument. It looks similar to the violin. Let's see if I have him in my stories here. I don't know his name by heart. He's always traveling Europe and going on tours and just very, very wealthy. I don't know how. He's always in private jets. Not from patrons of the viola, that's for sure. That is something born into or does business on the side, but where is he? I don't see him, but he's a great viola player. I can't think of any viola jokes, but they are very... I'll never forget one time I was at this music camp, and we were playing Shostakovich quartet, the C minor one, the number 8, where it's like... Which is kind of like scary classical music. And it's supposed to be fast, it's supposed to be with passion, it's supposed to be... almost violent, right? And the viola player in this gig, she was chugging along. Like we would have the tempo. It'll be her part because there's like a solo part for the viola. The light shines on the viola during one part, and she's like dun 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 dun. She just makes up her own tempo, her own speed, and you know. I was like, oh my God. Because we didn't pick our partners. We were assigned it from the music camp. And, you know, I'm looking at the other violin. I'm looking at the cellist. We're all like, okay. We're trying to push her along. Oh my God. You know, it's difficult. It's like when you have a project. Imagine it like this, you guys. You have a project in school. It's not even the same. Because projects you do them off camera, you take your time, you can research, you get answers. Performances live, you can't fake the performance. You can't fake it. You know, school projects, you can still fake it. It's also not as serious because it's not in front of hundreds of people live in the moment with spotlights on stage and people paid to be there. Like, I can't even think what this is similar to. How would I explain the what's at stake and, you know, the heartbeat, the accelerated heartbeat, the nerves, as a performance? How do you explain it to someone who doesn't perform? Oh my God, I don't even know how. Someone doesn't do their part and they're bad at it, and you can't like, that's all you got to work with. And the whole world's watching. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. And we're all like, dun, 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 dun. It's like, dun, 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 and it's out of tune. Oh, it's always out of tune. So out of tune. I think, you know, I've never played viola. I think it's harder to actually play it because the strings are thicker, it's larger. There might be, but the cello's 3 times as big, and there's great cello. It's so difficult to find good violas, but it's easy to find good cellos. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Okay. Here's another one about Coarse Water sponsorship. They are temporarily leaving. They don't know where they're going as a company direction-wise, and they pulled out of, as far as I know, all the mukbang channels. Some still have their contracts left, but a lot of us have dwindled down to where it's like, okay, they're trying to do something different. So, nothing bad though. What was the happiest moment of your whole life? Probably something to do with performance. Where's the weigh-in? Looks like you lost a few pounds. Girl, I gained some pounds because I had that durian and I sweat. It's just water weight. I had a little water weight issues going on, you guys, from the durian. Okay. I hope you're feeling the love from your true fans on here. I am. Do you think you and Orlin would ever buy a home someday to have pets like in Colombia but more domesticated? I don't know. I don't know because I'm so all over the place. I don't think I can have, I mean, Orlin likes pets, but also Orlin likes the exotic pets. Orlin likes reptiles, he likes alligators, he likes snakes and spiders. He doesn't like cats like he likes those things. He doesn't like dogs like he likes exotic parrots, which you can't even find in America. And for me, I don't want any of those things. Orlin got a snake one time. I'll never forget. He brought home this live rabbit to feed the snake. And he said, Nick, go out for a bike. This was in Colombia. Go out for a little bike ride. Because it's feeding time for the snake. I don't want you to hear it. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to be here for that. Like, this is marriage compromise, but I don't want this in my house. Anyways, I went out for my bike ride. Half hour or something. It was a long time. I came back. And you know, a few hours had gone by since I came back too. I showered, I probably had some rice and beans. And we're sitting down in the living room and all of a sudden, you hear shrieking and screaming, this bunny in agony and pain, screaming at the top of its lungs. And it was above us, the 3rd story. We were down in the living room, and so it was echoing through the stairwell. We had this spiraling staircase, because the houses in Colombia are very long and narrow. They don't have windows on either side. They're all like townhouses. And I was like, I felt sick. And I'm like, Orlin. And he's like, oh, yay, my baby snake ate some food. I'm like, you're cheering for the snake? Oh. And he got very mad at me. He's like, Nick, why do we only care for the fluffy animals? These animals have to eat too. It's not their fault how they're designed. Just like we learned, we're not designed to be 100% vegan. We learned that the hard way. You know, that's how you were designed. That's how you're made. Whether you believe in God, whether you're atheist, and this is just by chance or evolution or anything, whatever your beliefs are, at the end of the day, this is our system. I can't just feed the snake rice and beans with me because I feel like it. Like this, they deserve to eat too. And that makes sense. But I mean, I kind of do feel him on that about the alligators here in Florida. People are always shooting the alligators and they're messing with the alligators, they're trying to pet them, they're just poking sticks at them, the alligator retaliates and bites them, and then they shoot them because they won't let go of the human. It's like, first of all, you're in their land, they were here first, they're running out of homes, humans are populating like crazy, they did nothing to deserve this. This is how God made them. That's the circle the chain, that's not their fault. And since they're not fluffy and furry, or because they don't eat vegetarian like grass or whatever, fruits and berries, we see them as like they're worse because they have to eat meat. And that's not how nature sees it. So yeah, I got schooled on that a lot, but yeah, we're not gonna do more pets in Colombia, no. If you were to quit YouTube, what kind of job would you be doing? I don't know. Patreon, but you know, it's like, I don't know. I actually don't know. Is Nancy your biological mother? Yes. And who is the devil who told you to strain the noodles when you're done cooking them? Oh my god, don't start drama. If you were a superhero, what would your superpowers be? If I were a superhero, I would like to read people's minds, because people say a lot, but it doesn't mean it's the truth. And if you could read people's minds, you'd save so much time. You'd save so much time, energy, and efforts, and confusion, miscommunication. If you could just read people's minds. It'd be very dangerous, because a lot of people have sick minds. And here in America, at least, you're entitled to have a sick mind. You can think the worst things on planet Earth, but if you're not acting them out, that hurt other people, you know, that are like killing people, doing bad things that physically hurt others, you're allowed to have a bad mind. That's kind of crazy. I learned that in philosophy, when they were trying to establish laws. What was it? Plato or Socrates or something. It was like, do you punish people's thoughts or you punish the actions? Where do you get all your noodles? I get them from an Oriental shop. I wrote back on Cameo and I asked you what I enjoy about your videos. Not sure if you read it yet. Thank you. Oh, what do I enjoy about my videos? I enjoy being free to do whatever I want. Some days I come here and I am a wreck. I'm having a bad day. Mentally, I'm unstable. Me and Orlin have been fighting. I'm having hypoglycemia. I don't like French fries, but I don't even know why I get them, but I don't like French fries. You know, sometimes I come here, I have a lot to say. Sometimes I don't even feel like talking. But I still want to be here. It's nice that I can do whatever I want. And people still like to spend time with me. That's the best part. If you could go back to talk to little Nick in your childhood, what advice would you give him? Stop worrying. It's good to worry a little bit, though. See, my worries have actually got me further in life in different ways. Oh. Worry, it's a blessing and a curse for me. If you worry and you're serious about it, you're more likely to find solutions to stuff. If you worry, you're more likely to be proactive. You're more likely to take preventative measures if you worry. If you worry, you're more likely to fix things sooner than later. If you worry, you're more likely to excel with whatever craft or skill you're doing. Worrying can be very good, and I worry all the time. But worrying can be also very bad, because there's times you just want to shut that off and you can't. It's good to worry about things out of your control. It's good to be aware, and there's some things that you should know for your own soul, and for things that maybe you could do to help in ways that you never thought by worrying about it. You might think of something, but it also is really bad too when you're worried about things that you just can't ever control. You just can't ever control. And people do it all the time, on big scales, on small scales, about like something from the past. You got a bad score on your test and you're just worried. What's my GPA gonna be like? Worried, are my parents gonna be upset? Worried, will I be able to move forward with the next, lesson? Does it still make sense? People worry about, things that happen all over the world in different countries, and what are you gonna do? That's not even your country. So it's like, what was the question? Stop worrying. Oh. Here's what I would say. Don't worry about the things that you can't control. That you, through learning and discovery, you'll say, oh, I can't control this. I can't change this. Worry about the things you can change. That's great. A lot of people don't do enough of that. But don't worry about the things that you can't change. Be aware of it. Worry a little bit. You're allowed, but don't worry about it too much. And that's a problem I still have to this day. I worry about things that I cannot change. What are your spiritual beliefs? Ooh, I don't like to talk about religion here or politics because they were like, do you believe in afterlife? Do you believe in heaven and hell? I believe whatever viewpoint you have on life after death or the meaning of life, as long as that belief isn't imposing on other people, it's more of like a law standpoint rather than a religious. But religious people can still have that standpoint. I've been watching the Amy Coney Barrett interviews. I've been watching some of her lectures from years ago. And she's very clear on this, whether you agree with some things she may have supported or not in the past. She's very clear on this, that these beliefs such as spirituality, heaven, hell, earth, etc., afterlife, purgatory, all these different things, as long as that doesn't impose on other people's rights too, it really shouldn't matter what you want to think, fantasize, or wonder about the world. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Which I think is very good because it's true. I mean, we live in a world of, how many major religions are there? At least 6 of them. It ain't going to be one world religion. It's just not. People fantasize over that, but that's just not tolerant, A, and it's also not necessary. You know, it's not necessary. Look at you're talking about the freaking rabbit and the snake. And the animals can't all hold hands. There will all be winners and losers and differences and different diets, different, it ain't gonna be all the same. It's just not. You see that with plant life too. So, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Dead. I don't even know. 10 years from now, I see myself definitely a lot skinnier. And maybe doing something with music. Oh, I don't even think that far into the advance sometimes. I've always wanted to ask if you're doing experiments on YouTube. Like going from extreme to another extreme. No. I never knew my life would turn it. I never knew. Oh my God. I wish I could go back in time and like see like a little thing in the future and say, hey Nick, you're not only going to quit vegan, but you're going to gain 200 pounds and you're going to have freaking 15 million YouTube channels and you're going to do all these things and have all these problems and you're going to get paid for it and then you're going to have meltdowns, you're going to get demonetized and you're going to make 5 million new channels and you're going to be eating crap. Like, I would have said no, I'm never doing that. It's so crazy how this happened. Yeah. I do say that a lot, like, oh, this is a social experiment. Like, people think I was paid off. Oh, well, it's conspiracy theories. Like, oh, he was paid off by the meat and dairy industry to quit vegan. No. 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 Any food or drinks best to burn belly fat for weight loss? Water. I don't know. I'm not a dietitian. I can't. But even if, you don't have to be a dietitian to have an opinion. I don't even have an opinion. I don't even drink soda. I drink nothing but water. I haven't had alcohol for months and months and months and months. I don't even like drinking juice because it gives me the shakes because there's no fiber to regulate the sugar. I literally just drink water. If you knew how many people you actually affected in a positive way, would you smile more? I'm one of those people. I watched you through a very tough time and I watch your videos. I watched your videos to kind of take me out of my own mind. So thank you. I would, to be honest. I would smile a lot more if I could hear all these stories or be reminded every day before I turn on the camera, you just made someone's day by showing up again. I actually have I shouldn't admit this, never mind. Well, it's not that big of a deal. I have over my my office where I'm, doing all this work to put the videos up. I have on a sticky note, one of millions of sticky notes. You guys, I take a lot of notes. They're all over. One of them says, Leafy terminated. Poor guy. You know, I mean, I don't know if he deserved it or not. I don't know. I don't even know what he did. I know it was about creator. He talked about a creator too much, and you can't do that. You can't target people now, which is good. But I don't know if it was really to that extreme. So you never know. I think YouTube was taking into account his history. I don't know anything about him. I didn't even know who he was until like a year ago when we did that interview with Keemstar. But I left that. I put that here because I'm like, oh my god. What's the question? Why am I talking about this? Oh, it was reminding me to not talk about other YouTubers too much. It's like a little reminder. Especially when I'm editing, sometimes I look up and I see it. It's like, oh, make sure, because I'm watching, sometimes I give opinions about people, and I don't want to ever do it too often, because that could happen to me. But what does it have to do with anything? Watching people going through a rough time, positive way. I don't know how I just told you that. How does this happen? I don't know how all this came to be. Am I drunk? What's in this water? Someone asked what I drink. This is vodka. Oh my god, I'm not making any sense. How did I come from that from, if you knew how many people were actually affected in a positive way, would you smile more? The answer is yes. I'm here by myself. Oh, that's what it is. I'm in my office editing. You know, I get hate comments all the time. It hurts, you know, it hurts, and I don't see the good unless people go out of their way to show it or to give it. And like, for example, on Cameo, I'm making these videos for people. I put a lot of time. They're like 5 to 8 minutes long each. It's like literally the length of someone's YouTube video. And I don't even know if they like it or not. And I've done, what was it, like 800 something by now, cameos since I started the app. And I have like 140 reviews. And lately I've been saying at the end of my cameos, hey, you guys, I say, if you like this, please leave a review so I know if you liked it. I don't know if I'm making people's day. I don't know if I'm making them smile. I don't know if people even like me unless they tell me. You know, and it's crazy because I look at these comments here under YouTube videos and we get about 1,000 to 5,000 comments on average per video. Depending on what channel, but at least 1,000 on every video. But sometimes depends on what it is. But, you know, but there's 200,000 people watching a video, usually. That is so many people per video. And there's 1,000 of 200,000. That's half of a 1%. That's so many people that could be supporting me that I don't even know because they don't go out of their way to tell me. Or if they do, it's still such low numbers compared to the whole. There's people that come back all the time. They don't even read the comments. They don't talk to me. They're just here. And I just have to assume. Oh, they're all hate watching me. They like the train wreck. Oh, they like the show. They like the spectacle. Oh, I'm making people's days and I'm making them smile and I'm taking them out of hard times of life. It's left for me to assume. And depending on my mood and where I am that day, I might assume one over the other. What is your favorite color? Black. I like black. Who's your favorite YouTuber? I don't really have a favorite YouTuber. Craig Parker Hamilton, I would say. He's my favorite. He relaxes me. That's someone that I watch to relax. Because I juggle a million things in my head every day. Shout out to him. I juggle so, I mean, oh my gosh, you would think I have a mental problem. Oh, well, I actually do have mental problems, so never mind. You know, like I have so much going on in my life, in my head, and I worry, and I'm also so busy running 5 to 6 channels, plus this, plus Cameo, plus Patreon, plus a marriage, plus keeping the house clean. I mean, I feel like I'm pulled like this, which is fine. It's good to be busy while you're young. But, everyone has that person that they watch to de-stress or calm down. People, like someone says, they come to my channel because they're going through rough times and I affect them in such great ways. That's what he is to me. And I don't even, some of it I'm really into. I also think people he's a psychic medium. So the people that can do that, I always find very fascinating, especially if they have a good track record. And especially too, they have a good track record and they're nice. Because I've watched some psychics over the years. who I just feel like they might have that gift, but they're not very nice, or they're so stuck up, or a little plasticky. You know, there's some people who are a little plasticky. I'm not going to say any names. I've gone through many before I found him, and I'm sticking with him. You know, because, you know, he just seems like nice. And he makes me feel good. And I also learn something new every time I watch him. So look him up. Craig Parker Hamilton. Yeah, he's great. If you like, some people are very triggered by psychics, so don't trigger yourself. I'm letting you know that's what he does. Yeah. Yeah, he makes me, I watch him on the treadmill, and especially his world predictions. I watch them more. Some of them I skip, because it's about things that are more specific to like that type of community or audience that I'm kind of in for certain things. But if it's like a world prediction or specific, like my prediction on the election, or my prediction on the environment, or my prediction on what's gonna happen with religions, I was just wondering about, like, what's like specific, like world, like I get so excited to watch those, like oh my god, I can't wait to watch this later. Sometimes I see it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this tonight after I get all my work done. Yeah, he makes me very excited. You're my favorite YouTuber. I love you. Thank you. At what weight did you decide? At what weight did you decide to no longer care about gaining weight? Body acceptance. Well, here's the thing. I don't really have a choice if I'm going to accept my body or not, because it is. People think I went into this to like purposely gain weight, or if it's like a feederism type of. No, I'm just doing what's popular, what seems to work, and a way to reach people. If I get fat, I get fat. It's just a side effect. I'm not purposely trying to gain weight. Sometimes I say I like my weight, but you know, I would take off 100 pounds, definitely, for me. Yeah. So yeah, there's no weight where I was just like, oh yeah, I love my body, or I don't care. I always never really cared, because that's how I went into this. I was so strict, and with so many rules, and so many like, you can't do this, you can't have this, you can't do this, you can't do this, with the vegan lifestyle, which I, you know, did have good reasoning in my head at the time. Again, the animals, and I thought it was best for the environment, and I thought it was best for my body, and there is truth to some of it. But at the end of the day, you know, I felt like, oh my god, I'm so strict of being so. I'm sick of being restricted. You know, it was a lot. You know, it takes a lot of effort, and I did it for 5 years. That's more than most people on Earth can do it for 5 days. I mean, I was part of the half of a 1% on Earth. This is not, you know, like I really went out there, and I really, like I said in the beginning of this video, where I was like, what's your favorite thing you like about yourself? I have a drive, I'm committed, I see it, I don't give up. And that's what I did. But, what am I talking, see, I forget what I'm talking about. No longer care, yeah, so I was just like, I no longer care about this whole like, following the rules, because I have to do them, and my health was the thing that was the deciding point for me. Truly. You should do fire noodles, but instead of butter, use ranch and cheese. Ranch? That sounds kind of gross, to be honest. Ooh, I like ranch as a dip, but I can't imagine like smothering it all over noodles. If McDonald's had a meal after you, like Travis Scott or J Balvin, what would it be? Someone says, I think you meant to say Travis Scoot, Skeeter, Skittles, J Balvin. Okay, so if McDonald's had meals that were made after me, so you know the Travis Scoot, Skittle, Skeet guy, it was just, you know, a quarter pounder with some bacon. The J Balvin, it was just a Big Mac meal, it's medium fry, with some, you know, ice cream. Mine would be a quadruple quarter pounder. Is that 8, right? Yeah, 8 patty. It would be like this. 8 patty quarter pounder sandwich. It'll be a lot of calories. How do you handle burnout from everyday stressors and so many responsibilities with so many different channels and so many different avenues from your career, etc.? I know I woke up today, I'm like, oh, I haven't posted on Patreon. Oh, I have to post on Instagram. Oh, I haven't posted on Twitter. Oh, I have to confirm some Twitter followers. Oh, I have to respond to this email. Oh, I have to help Orlin with this thumbnail. Oh, I have to render this video. Oh, I have to film this video. Oh, I have to go on the treadmill. Oh, I have to do laundry. Like, I know, I should have assistants by now. I should have people edit. Here's the thing, I don't trust anyone to edit. I don't even trust myself. I leave things in here all the time when I go like this. How do I handle the burnout? I have goals in mind, and I also know it's temporary, and I know that I need to enjoy it while it lasts, because I know when I'm 30, I'm done. And I feel like I don't want to live with regret. I don't want to be 30, 32, 33. Like, I could have had one more Big Mac. Because my plan is when I'm 30, I'm going to treat my body like the temple it really is. And I'm just going strong. Yeah. How do you handle the burnout? I don't know if I don't handle it very well. My sleep, I compromise my sleep a lot. It's very bad. I was having anxieties for the past 4 or 5 days about something that I'm not going to talk about here. It was very, very triggering to me and very sad, and it was very harsh reality of our world that, I don't like to talk about on YouTube, but oh my God. I was just revisiting so many articles and documentaries and YouTube videos and reading stories, and I was so upset. And this, I don't have time to be upset. Like, as you pointed out, I don't have time to have stressors on the side with everything that I'm doing by myself and with the help of Orlin. I don't have time. And I was so upset that this happened. And it still is kind of in the back of my mind. It like shows up every literally couple hours in my head. I'm like, oh, there it is. It's something I have to work on getting rid of out of my head. And it's hard. It's so freaking hard. So how do I handle it? I don't handle it well. I compromise my sleep. And I compromise my relationship a little bit. I wish there was more things we would do that we don't because I'm so busy. Are you still eating sardines for your brain health? No, I'm not. They were making me really sick eventually. Eventually, they were making me really sick. Will you ever do a mukbang from restaurant Applebee's? Oh, I just did one with Orlin. Check it out. It's on my 3rd channel. Oh, this is my 3rd channel, isn't it? I don't know what channel this is going on. I did one with Orlin, and I didn't like it at all.
Click the link down below to follow my Cameo, where I will make a special video just for you. We can also message each other too. Link below.
I didn't like it. I liked the mozzarella sticks. Everything else was mediocre and expensive, and I just wasn't very happy. And actually, every time I do Applebee's, I feel that way. The only thing that excites me are those mozzarella sticks. Yeah. Do you think you could get Orlin to teach us about growing tomatoes? It's so funny. He used to have a gardening channel. He deleted it. I have to be honest with you. He might do a Patreon if that's something you guys are seriously interested in. Because unless you're getting hundreds of thousands of views on a video, you can't make a living from it. And I know that I'm supporting both of us with this. But even if that's not the case, it's very discouraging to put all your love and effort and edits and time editing and putting videos together. He used to have a gardening channel. He used to get literally 40 views, 50 views, 70 views, maybe like 100 views. Was like, oh, that's a good video. That's like a penny. Not even, that's like a penny. Like you need some kind of reward to keep you going. At the end of the day, it's wonderful to share information, but if people want content or schedules, or they expect a certain amount from a channel, and they also want of quality, everyone comes to a point where it's like, okay, I've done enough free things, I need to feel compensated to do more. And YouTube, how it works is that you get paid if you A, get a lot of views, B, have a good CPM, and advertisers like you too. So that's something I think for his followers, he does have followers that love him. I told him he should open up a Patreon where he can make his videos about fruits and plants and animals and science. He's very good at all that type of science. Very good. Very intelligent. Well, that's A, not popular on YouTube. B, YouTube won't promote it because YouTube promotes crazy stuff, let's be real. And C, it won't even reach people's notification box sometimes. And it's just discouraging. So I think if he has a Patreon where he charges people like me $8, $10 a month or something, and he makes videos for them where he doesn't feel like he's wasting, you know, and no one wants to feel that way. Nobody. I think this whole Patreon thing has been very wonderful. I think it really helps artists. It helps YouTubers. It helps freelancers. It helps people. People get tax write-offs for this, don't they? Can't you write this off as supporting artists? Well, maybe not. You are paying for a service. You're getting something out of it. So, I don't know. But, you know, it's just a beautiful thing that people are in control of what they want. And it feels good to know yourself. Craig Parker Hamilton that I mentioned, I pay for his Patreon. Like, it feels good to know I'm supporting someone that makes me happy. It's a great feeling. So, yeah. Follow his Patreon, too. Like, and I think Orland should have a Patreon. I really do. Because... yeah, there's people like you. I don't want it to be belittle, not belittle, but like, oh, it's not that many people type of thing. It's still a lot of people. You know, there's probably 400 people that would love to hear us plant stuff. But if we're getting 400 views per video on YouTube, I mean, oh my gosh, you're making $1. Not even, you know, so I think it's more rewarding, and it's just more smart. It's smarter. It's realistic to have something like Patreon. So yeah, I'll talk to him about that. If you guys are serious, I mean, he has people on his Instagram that love to see his passion for. He's always posting plant knowledge from when he was in Colombia and the things that he knew. And this is a very long video. Okay, what's your spiritual beliefs? I'm not telling people what I actually believe. What I believe. I don't like to do that. Have you ever had a stan? Oh, I have lots of stans. Good stans. I've had a few bad stans. I've had a few really bad stans. Ooh. You know, it happens. People get especially very lonely people too. I mean, we're not talking about people that have, I don't want to say normal, but they have this certain expectation of like getting things out of society, whether it's friendships or, you know, connections with coworkers, or, you know, they're married or they have children. Usually people who are more busy, more responsibilities, don't even have the time to become a stan because they're out in the world doing stuff. They're doing stuff. They're doing stuff. They're out and about, and they have schedules, they have responsibilities, and they don't even have the opportunity to become it. They might love someone, they might support them, they might check up on them, but it's the stans that are like always there are usually unemployed or retired. And, I mean, like, obsessed, because you're saying in a bad way. I love you. Thank you. Are you a stan? Are you a stan? Listen, I love my stans, too. I've had very good stans that have actually become friends of mine. And they know who they are if they're watching this. We talk from pretty often. I'd say, like, every couple days, like, checking in and saying hi and stuff. And, but I've had some not so nice stans that are just like, it's like this twisted like obsession that it's a reflection of them at the end of the day. I'm over here doing a job, making money, growing my business. It's their problem that they're like this invested into me, like, you know, and they're usually people who are unemployed or don't have family or don't have friends or don't have jobs, or it's always on and off jobs, and they're kind of just, they're alone, and they become fixated in really bad ways. And that happens, I mean, that's what happened to Tana Mojo. That's what happens to so many YouTubers. They get some stans, the bad stans that you're referring to. But we all love the good stans because the good stans keep us going. I mean, the bad stans do too, in a way. They're there, the first one to give us a view. But the good stans are really, it's like, it feels good that you know you're making people happy. It feels good to know you're an inspiration or you're a source of somebody's hope. Or, I mean, I get a lot of viewers who message me who are in bad relationships, or they're in the closet and they can't come out, or this and that, and they watch me for hope, and they're always wanting to know what I do next because it's like a way out of their reality, because the reality is kind of bad or suffering. That's a wonderful feeling, and it's also a good thing to be that person for them, whether you're being crazy or being smart or teaching or just eating food and being crazy. You know, if in a way it does feel good to know that you're helping people like that. So have you ever tried Hatch Green Chili? No, I don't know what that is. Will you ever have a mukbang with a fan again? I would fly to Mosquito, Florida just to eat and chat with you. Oh, you'll get eaten alive by mosquitoes. No, you don't want to. I'll come to you. Where you live. Well, again, with the pandemic, I'm not seeing any. I haven't done a collab other than Orlin since March. Like I said, Trailer Trash Tammy was the last thing. So it'll be a while, truthfully. And it's an option I'll have to explore, to be honest. I'm a little careful, I have to say, because there could be liabilities for me to, you know, bring people into my apartment or my studio, or to fly people that I've never met before. And it's one thing, I guess I've kind of done it for YouTubers, but I guess I see who they are, I see that they have history, I can get a sense of who they are by watching hours of videos or researching them. For fans, I don't know anything, and in my shoes it's a little scary, because it's like, you know so much about me and I don't know a thing about you. Not you personally, I mean anybody. And I've done this once before, a mukbang with a fan in New York. Her name was Nadia, and we're friends now, but she is a fan, kind of, but she, shout out to Nadia if she ever watches this. She honestly has been supporting me since I can even remember. When I first made a Snapchat account, which I downloaded and deleted Snapchat a million times. I don't even have it. Last time I used Snapchat was like 2 years ago, maybe 3. Well, I used to use it for a little period of time when I first started my vegan mukbangs back in 2016 or 17. I used to get like 30 viewers per snap. Ugh. And she was there, and she was like, hey, how are you? You know, and it just happened to be, you know, where we kind of kept in contact, and she, you know, I could see this like sense of loyalty. And I know it sounds weird, like I only want to meet people who are loyal to me. That sounds oppressive or something. No, it's more just like, from my shoes, I feel more comfortable knowing that they weren't just like someone that came and went, or someone that was secretly a hater trying to get something out of me, or I mean, it takes trust. It takes time and trust, and that's how that happened. But yeah, I don't know how I would realistically go about it. You don't see YouTubers do this. You don't see, like, I can't think of anybody who I like to watch and who, you know. I mean, maybe once in a while Shane might meet somebody in public, like in a coffee shop for a vlog. But I think bringing it into somebody's house, like I can't think of any. Again, David Dobrik sometimes does things like giveaways or in group settings, but there's always like a security or other people there, or it's in public. It's never like, hey, come to my house. Or vice versa, let me come to yours. I can't think of any Liza Koji, Jenna Marbles. I can't think of anybody that does that. So, I don't know. Maybe there are, and I would love to know how they do it. From my standpoint, I just have to be safe, you know? And liabilities too. I have to know your age. I have to, it's just, again, it's different when I do collabs with YouTubers, because it's clearly, you can see, and I can make I've passed down collabs with YouTubers before, because I look at their channel, I'm like, oh no, I don't like you. I'm like, sorry, not this time, maybe in the future. No, I don't want to hurt their feelings, but see, I don't get that chance when it's just someone in the comments saying, I want to meet you and film with you. It's like, oh, I don't know who you are. So it's just the reality of it from that standpoint. Do you prefer alcohol or social smoking? Probably alcohol, because that's what I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with, maybe a few times, but I don't really do either. So they said, do you ever indulge in such? No. I indulge in fast food and junk food, and to me this is my vice. This is my thing that's really bad. I think if I ate healthier, I would definitely do more of maybe alcohol, but no. Someone says, you work around the clock. You need to take some time off and relax and do something fun. Here's another one. Would you do a mukbang with local fans? Again, with the pandemic, I'm not seeing anybody. I haven't even seen my own family, you guys. I haven't even gone to Pennsylvania to see anybody. It's just that. And again, it's like, I don't know how I would do about it safely. I think I would do a meet and greet with security first, somewhere public, and meet people. And then, it's like when you go on a first date, and you want to also go back to their house too. It's like, that expectation is like so many steps ahead. I know we're just eating and talking, but who knows what they'll do. Jeffree Star was with somebody romantically, and he stole a bunch of purses from him. I mean, and that was someone that he thought he knew for months. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's kind of, and Jeffree Star's boyfriend stole from him. He stole. And that was not a stranger. That was someone he thought he even knew. Oh. I know. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. It's nothing personal. I just hope by me saying this, you can put yourself in my shoes. And I think you'd be... I think most people would be like, yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. Like, I don't know how I would even do it. Like, a safe way without liabilities. You know. Nick, do you know they have a cheek... Do they know they have a cheek swab to tell you which meds you need? I didn't know that. Really? How do you know what it says on the noodle packages? I don't. I don't even know what it says. You're right. And then they wrote a lot of Korean for me. I don't know. Have you ever been to New Zealand? No. But New Zealand seems, again, from an outsider's perspective, and not getting into politics, I know, congratulations to Jacinda Ardern, right? Jacinda. I know there's people that don't believe in a lot of her policies and stuff, but they just have been in the news, at least in American news, for positive things all the time, you know, with education and literacy and what they did about the pandemic. They literally shut it down so fast. I mean, some of it's luck, some of it's policy, some of it's they have less people. I mean, there's a lot to go into play, but it's a good thing that not that many people died there. Or, you know, the massacre at the Churchill thing. Or they're just always in the news, again, in Western news, as being like, look what they do. Why can't... running out of space, you guys. I'm determined to get to all these questions. So if this is 2 hours long, I don't even care. This is fun talking to you. So, yeah, we'll now get into politics, whether I agree, I disagree, where I think about immigrants and refugees and this and that and gun control. I'm not going to sit here, abortion, I'm not going to say anything. Excuse me. But I would love to visit. It's one of the safest countries in the world. There's no denying that. And people are safe. If you look at the statistics, they just don't lie. People are safe there. It's beautiful, the mountains. So many mountains. And my favorite movie ever, well, one of my favorites, Narnia, was filmed there. And they just seem like very polite people too. They seem very polite. In my very little experience meeting people from New Zealand, what would we call them, New Zealanders, that I've met on trips in Thailand and airports, and a couple friends from college. I'm thinking of people that I met in Thailand. Very just polite people. So I would love, you know, I don't know if I'm welcome because I'm the nutcase, but I would love to see New Zealand. I would love to visit. Hey Nick, what's the truth about you and Orland's relationship? The truth is, what you see is what you get. We are an up and down relationship. I have a temper. I also have no patience. It's like I turn into a different person. Maybe not this food, but some food I eat just sets me off. It's like a storm, like a tornado. And it's very embarrassing. It's very sad to even like admit this on camera. But you know, the food, I have been speaking up a little bit more about this everywhere, all my platforms. That the food I eat for these shows, yeah, it's tasty, yes, it's delicious, and yes, it's satisfactory, blah blah blah. But it's junk, and it leads to mental anxieties and things that I didn't really have too much in other periods of my time of life. So, man, I always miss the fun. You didn't miss it. You should have left a question. I know kids are out of the question for you in Orland, but why don't you guys have pets? Well, like I said, the pets that Orland loves are exotic. You know, I don't know if he's told this to you on his YouTube channel, but speaking of foreign, his dream was to go to Australia to learn about exotic animals. They have the best veterinary medicine for exotic animals in the world because they're home to so many exotic animals. Koalas and parrots and alligators and stuff. That's his thing, and they're not pets that you should have in the house. We tried with a sloth, and that didn't turn out very well. So, and for me, I guess now that I've been a homebody for 8 months, I could have had a dog or something, but I'm up and trapped. Normally, it's like every couple months, I'm here for 2 weeks, here for 3 weeks, this and that, and yes, Orland's here, but you know, he misses Mr. Noodle. We actually might get another bird, but with the, you know what, the pandemic, we were on waiting lists. I don't know if you remember, we haven't heard from nobody because people aren't breeding them, and it's just a mess. It's just not our priority, to be honest. It's just not our priority. Maybe in the future. Where is your favorite place that you would like to go for fun? Somewhere in nature with Orland, probably. Do you watch Trailer Trash Tammy, and do you still plan on collabing with her? Of course, I watch her, and yeah, we'll probably collab in the future. Goes for everybody that asks about collabs, but I'm just gonna, also, I said this last time, I'll say it again. 90% of my collabs that I did, where I got to meet other YouTubers that you love and adore, and we all get together and we film, I did, actually the ones with Trailer Trash Tammy, she came to me. Well, actually, I went there and she came to me too, so we both kind of traveled. But in general, I'm always getting on planes, getting hotels, getting Airbnbs, and on one hand, I kind of miss it. On the other hand, it's so nice not to do it. Also because my schedules are so rigorous. It's not like I go to these places just put my feet back and kick it back and relax. It's like film this, drive here, meet this, edit this, film this, post this, meet this, film, edit. While it's not a vacation. I've never had a vacation for 3 years, you guys. I've traveled because of my work, but I'm sitting. I remember Chelsea was like, Nick, you've been editing for 4 hours. I'm like, I have to post this other video on my other channel, hold on. And I'm like, I also have to film twice because I have to do one for your channel, but my daily channel needs the video. So I would wake up early, she'd be sleeping, I'd film a video by myself. Like, she was like, Nick, you're a robot, you just don't stop. She's like, shoot, I post a video on YouTube twice a month. Like, oh my God, I know. Like, I'm like, I know. I mean, she does Facebook too, and she's very successful with her merch and her tours and her calendar. So she, you know, she's taken care of, and everyone has their different source. YouTube has been my main source of income, but I've had to really work for it. Like, some people do, not saying she doesn't, oh my God, I'm not saying she doesn't work for it. She absolutely does. I'm just saying I'm very rigorous about it, and I don't really have other sources. And that's why I'm glad I created Patreon, because maybe I will step back from YouTube more and just take it easy and post here. You know what I mean? Up until recently, I haven't really had other sources of income other than one thing that you guys know about. But historically, for the past 4 years on Mukbang, it was just this. Some people do, you know, she's monetized on Facebook. She has merch. My merch, no one buys my merch. Please buy my merch. Last year, I sold $1,000 worth of shirts in the whole year. I mean, that's great. That's great, right? But like, you can't, that's not even rent for a month. I spend 3 times that money on food for my video. Like, it's, you know, and I'm so grateful that people buy it. But, you know, some people, that's a big part of their thing. And I don't even know why I'm saying all this. I don't even know why. I think too, because people I get comments all the time like, why aren't you collabing? Why aren't you collabing? Are you still friends? Do you guys hate each other? You're not collabing. I'm like, this is my chance. This is not collab with every, you know, I think people do this to B-Love's life too. She did so much collabing, people got used to it. And then she's like, okay, I'm done collaborating for a little bit. And people think that there's something wrong. It's like, this was never the collab channel. This was B-Love's Mukbang. Same with me. Like, I collabed with a lot of people, but since I did it, people expect more. People don't go to, who doesn't collab very often? Steph Pappas. People don't say, when's your next collab? They don't even ask about it because they don't see it. But they saw it with me and they're like, well, where's more? Where's more? Well, you haven't done it. Do you like this person? I'm waiting. Are you still friends with Carly Steele? Like, it's a different standard because I gave people too much. Maybe I collabed too much, to be honest. A little tip for new YouTubers, don't do too much collabing. It won't, I mean, shoot, I've collabed 25 times around the world. It never made my channel, it never broke my channel. I've had some bad collabs, I've had some outstanding collabs that went viral. It has never made who I am. I have made who I am with my hustle and my consistency and my variation of content. I'm not one-dimensional like a lot of YouTubers. I show you everything. You never know what you get with me. You know, that's how I've made myself here, and that's how I've created a presence on the internet. It's not from, oh, you met this famous person, you know, and now you're set for life. No, it doesn't work like that, you know. So yeah, that's what I think about collabs in general. But yeah, I do miss her a lot. You're so cute. Thank you. Nick, if it's too late, can you please... Oh, hey. Could you please share the recipe for the pumpkin that you make? You said it was bland, but I have no clue how to prepare it. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you the truth. I get the pumpkin. I cut it. What else? Well, Orland does it, but I've watched him. It's literally so easy. You take the pumpkin, you cut off how much you want with a sharp knife, like not like a little dinner knife or a steak knife, like a big food prep knife, butcher knife. Chop it up, and then I chop it up into little cubes, like this big. And I put them on my steamer. I have a bamboo steamer that, you know, what Asians sometimes use for like dumplings or vegetables, fish. Sometimes we have a dumpling steamer. It's made out of bamboo. You can buy one on Amazon. They're kind of expensive. But, you know, I'm sure there's other ways to steam. That's how I steam. And we just place it there with the lid on top, and we boil the water and the steam comes up. And I wait till I can put a fork through. Like if it's like this, I can't put the fork through, I leave it on. But if it's like a French fry, it's like, oh, that's kind of hard too. This Zaxby's was not good like all the others. I'm really disappointed. But I wait till the fork can go through easily, and I turn off the steamer, I let it cool, and I eat it just like that. I don't add syrup, I don't add salt, I don't add butter, I don't add cheese, I don't add sugar. It's just the pumpkin, which is sweet in itself. It tastes sweeter than a sweet potato, and it's like a fraction of the calories and triple the potassium or double the potassium or something like that. So that's how I do it. I just put it on a bamboo steamer. I put the steamer, I get a big wok, a big pan that has a big bottom, put the water in, boil it, and I put the bamboo steamer into it. So the bamboo steamer is sitting in the, just look it up on YouTube, how to steam. And that's it. It's just steaming. And that's all my, oh, I have one last question. It says, cute, do you feel better? I feel better in some ways and not in others. I just answered all the questions. Thank you guys. Now, I know I said basically this is how many I got in like an hour. I know I said like, okay, you guys have 1 hour. So that's why people are like, oh, I missed it, or if it's too late. It's not too late because it took like 3 hours to get to this. But I think the next time I do a Patreon Q&A to give these people priority to answer their messages or questions, I'll leave it up for a couple of days and maybe split it up into a couple parts. I don't know. But this was really fun because, you know, I do Q&As for my Instagram and whatever, and, you know, there's like 40,000 questions and I only pick 20 of them. And there's people that are supporting me, especially like this financially. You know, I kind of owe it to them first. They get priority now. So I want them to feel good that I got their, you know, it's never been like, oh, I'm ignoring this person. It's never that way. It's just there's so many people on my Instagram. And YouTube, just in the comments, like if I'm like, hey, comment down below a question for me, we'll get 2,000 at least extra comments with questions. So, all right, I feel like I've talked a lot of crap in this video. That was a lot of talking. Well, thank you for watching. What channel is this going on? Is this my 3rd channel or my daily channel? This is my 2nd video of the day too, which is also why I didn't eat too much. So I don't know if I'm gonna put this out right away or put this on my third or put this on my daily. I don't know. Well, wherever this goes, thank you for supporting. Consider subscribing down below if you aren't subscribed. And make sure the notifications are on so that you can get notified when I post. But thank you, everybody. What time is it? This was a long video. One last cheese curd. Yay. And I hope this relaxed you. A lot of people are like, Nick, I watch you because you relax me. I watch you because I feel lonely. It was great spending time with you. It really was. And if you made it this far to the video, real quick, in your comment, put the emoji with the sunglasses. Because you're cool. You are so cool. And I want to see which people do this. Because I'm going to be looking, I'm going to be like, oh, wow. I'll be looking right at you. And thanking you for making it to the end of this very long video. Because I really appreciate your time. And that's it. So, if you would like to be part of this, you can join the Patreon if you want. If you want something more personal, book me on Cameo, link down below. I've been making videos every single day. And if not, no worries. I'll see you here for more free content every single day. Because I'm that committed. So, thank you so much, everybody. And I'll see you later. Okay, bye.
A big thank you to my patrons for supporting this video and my executive producers, Zen, Dr. Captain, Lala Baby, and Alizee. For more mukbangs and other content not allowed on YouTube, join my community over on Patreon. Must be age 18 or older. And for something more personal, get a video from me directly on Cameo, where we can also DM each other and chat one-on-one. So if you want to see more content, come follow my Patreon. But if you just want to talk to me through Cameo. Links to both are down below. Thank you so much. Bye.